I think that, we all use the term awake or aware. I've been trying to use the term more aware because I think especially to someone who doesn't know the information, whether it's geopolitics or philosophy of government or whatever it may be, or they just don't know current events, it feels like you're talking down to them if you're saying, well, you're awake, but they're not. So that's kind of detrimental, I think, to the cause itself. But there's so many different levels, as you said, of being awake or being aware. The physical realm is only one of them. And definitely we could say there's some people who may have a awareness of the political side, but a very lacking spiritual awareness, and maybe some people who have a heavy spiritual awareness, but also choose to be ignorant to a lot of the situations around them that they could affect and make better. So it's about having a balance. That's really what I believe it all comes back to. I mean, over and over again, is maintaining balance in your life. And I've spoke on this before, but it's about being consistent in your actions and the need to have wisdom, compassion, and action. To be wise enough to know what's going on around you, to also be compassionate enough to use that wisdom to help yourself and help those, and then to take both those things and actually apply them. So we need balance in our lives, and just to be compassionate towards each other. Not everybody is awake or is aware, but we weren't all always that point. I mean, and if you woke up wide awake and knew what was going on in the world, then congratulations. Help some other people out.
Right. Help ourselves by helping others. So this is a really good conversation. I hope it reaches those people that may have been through similar experiences. There is this huge taboo over drug addiction, and I've been through what you've been through. People asking me, Alex, are you okay? Are you still using? To this day, it's 2013. I'm like 9 years away from it. It's actually insulting, but I try not to get offended and realize that there's just not a level of empathy there. But in the future, I'm going to write more about some of my experiences and some of the moments of divine intervention that I felt. And I really thank you for your story. And I kind of want to segue here as we close. I know that you've been going on some other interviews recently, and so you may be talking about some current events relating to Adam and anything that you may want to share. I'm interested in hearing it because I'm following what's going on with Adam Kokesh very, very carefully. I interviewed him once in 2009 or 2010 when he was running for Congress in New Mexico, and ever since then I've just been, checking up on what he's been doing and what he's been talking about on his videos. And I've watched every conceivable YouTube video that there is available on the recent situation with the theft in the household. And wow, I'm sure Adam's in deep reflection right now over some of the people they chose to trust. So with that, I just want to throw it in your corner and let you say whatever you're comfortable saying about the situation and where things may be going from here, as well as the current court case that Adam has in late October.
Yeah, thank you for that. Well, Adam's court case is the 24th of this month. I will probably be going back out to D.C. for a couple of days to cover and report on that event. And on the note of the theft and, where Adam's trust and judgment lies, I think that there's a number of different things that could be said for that, said on that. But at this point, for me, some of them are unnecessary. I spoke with Adam directly, and I communicated things that I feel he needed to know. I personally, I guess just for the record, I did not witness any theft of any kind from anyone, but I do have some suspicions based on my time there and leaving and just witnessing certain things. But I think what's important and what unfortunately has kind of gotten buried amongst some of this, because obviously if there's theft in an activist outfit, especially one that has been taking donations for people who really want to help out Adam, it's important to have accountability on that, and I think that's what they're trying to achieve here. But unfortunately, Adam and him dealing with this case that starts in just a couple of weeks has kind of been lost amongst some of the dramatic side of things. But I went out there to go help out a friend of mine, and that's what I did. I enjoyed the time. I appreciate everybody who gave me their time to listen to what I had to say, and I appreciate everything that's come from it. And now the focus should just be on jury nullification to try to get these people to be more aware of their power as jurors and to hopefully see if we can get Adam out of this cage as soon as possible.
I agree with the jury nullification campaign, because it's not just about Adam Kokesh. By bringing awareness of these issues, people that choose to participate in a jury nullification campaign, as people like Nathan Cox have been doing and others for some time before this even happened, it's helping others that are still entrapped by the system. But you said earlier that people may be looking in the wrong direction. Not the case, but at the drama. And that's a very important statement, because a lot of people are commenting that this is excellent reality TV. And I think that there's quite a few people that are being entertained by this. And I'm curious, and I've looked at all the angles, having met Adam before, and some things I haven't exactly liked that I'm not going to talk about, that I've seen done before in his name that he's done. But I don't talk about those things. So I've been monitoring him out of concern for him. And so I think that, go ahead.
Well, I think that you're touching on some points there as well. I don't mean to cut you off or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think that, people do get distracted by the drama. And, if like you said, I haven't heard anybody say that it's reality TV, but that makes a lot of sense to me. I made a statement before on ABTM Live that don't confuse activism with entertainment.
Right. Yeah, exactly. There's definitely a lot of conspiratainment going on. Well, I'm going to let you go here. Anything else that you want to add to the situation with Adam? Ways people can help? And then I want to go over your websites, including your YouTube channel, so people can subscribe as well.
Yeah, thanks. I believe everything you need to know as far as Adam's case can be found at freeadamfromtheman.com or adamversustheman.com. And as I said, they're mainly focusing on the jury nullification aspects of the case. Now, the case is 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away now. That's when the trials begin, both in Virginia and DC. So if you want to help out, everything should be safe now. If you feel comfortable donating to help Adam fight off the man and get out of the cage so he can rejoin us in the effort to free minds, then please do so. And if you want to help out with what I'm doing, you can find my work with the Houston Freethinkers at thehoustonfreethinkers.com, or if you're in Houston especially, come get involved and find us. And my personal website is theconsciousresistance.com. It's currently being upgraded, so it's down at the moment. But you can find me on Facebook at The Conscious Resistance, and you can find the link to the Indiegogo campaign that is up for another, it ends on October 15th. So if you want to contribute to that, that would be much appreciated. And my YouTube channel is youtube.com/Derrick Broze, BROZE, live free.
Awesome. And, one final thought, in the We Are Change video, it said from meth addiction to sustainable communities. And I kind of want to leave this conversation for hopefully a future conversation with you, Derrick. But just to plant a seed, as I've been trying to plant a seed, you're trying to be solution oriented. And even though you're working in a city, Houston, with other good people, there comes a time where we have to think about what it means to actually be sustainable. And it doesn't always revolve around living in a dense population center or a big city, or actually I now call it a dense population pleasure and sensation center, as in the opposite of Buddhism, being addicted to sex, being addicted to drugs, being addicted to partying, being addicted to someone telling you that you have value and you're important, i.e. friends. So this larger concept of going beyond attachments and developing a mastery of the mind, if you will, another form of shamanism by being directly embedded in nature. I kind of want to hear you close with those concepts, because I think that you think similar thoughts that I do, and I would like to really, over the course of the next decade, further embed those seeds of consciousness into mainstream political activist thought.
Yeah, definitely, and I agree with you, man. Obviously, there's some issues with trying to maintain sanity in a city, concrete jungle environment. It's something that I strive for balance with constantly, because the city can be disturbing, but I try to see that beauty and that peace in all environments. But in a logistical manner, cities are not sustainable environments. So I think that my approach here is to I guess, be that call to nature and to be here, be the one, as I said earlier, in the matrix, reminding everybody that freedom can be found in the trees and freedom can be found in nature, and we can find it and speak of it and build as much as we can here in the city. And I mean, I invite you to come to Houston, man, because I think that you might be pleasantly surprised with the farm that we have built. It's amazing to see right in the middle of an industrial low-income part of Houston, and you turn the corner and there's just acres and acres of all kinds of food, papaya trees, and just food as far as you can see. And there's a lot of exciting projects like that happening. So I think that even the people who are living in, some of the people who are living in the city environment, the suburban environment, are feeling that call back to nature, and so they're trying to find ways to feel that again. And it's important for us to remember that just because we're moving forward and we're progressing and technology is advancing does not mean that we are progressing spiritually, and sometimes we are even detaching ourselves from our truer selves.
So you're representing that awareness and respect and appreciation for nature within the city itself. Whereas I'm kind of reflecting leaving the city, but you're one of those that's trying to set an example within the city itself for people to be sustainable right there where they are.
Exactly, man. Well, I'm glad to know that there's other people out there like yourself doing it, man.
Well, thank you so much, Derrick. This has been a very enlightening conversation, and hopefully people have learned a little something from it, from your story as well as my story, and that people that may be still suffering from their addiction, they're free to contact either yourself or myself, and hopefully that they've learned that they're not alone, that they're not the only person suffering, that there are other people that have suffered, and they have taken certain steps to alleviate their suffering through selfless acts of random kindness and spreading consciousness. Thank you, Derrick Broze, for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'll talk to you soon.